karma. What's karma? Karma is action. That's all karma is action. Another one, detachment. People think detachment is, is not caring or being cruel, and that's completely not true. And there's a little Buddhist story which illustrates this, where an older monk and a younger monk are walking along, and it's been raining, and there's a puddle, and there's a young girl standing there. So the elder monk picks her up and takes her across the puddle, and then sets her down. Later that evening, the younger monk comes to the older monk's room, and he says, "Sir, I have a question." And the older monk says, "Yes." And the younger monk says, "We're not supposed to touch women, right?" And the older monk says, "Correct." And the younger monk says, "But you picked that girl up. You picked her up and took her over the puddle." And the elder monk says, "Yes, but I set her down. You're still carrying her." So that's what detachment is. It's not, not caring. It's acting with an enormous amount of compassion because you understand the suffering in the world. Dharma. Dharma is hugely important. By the way, karma and dharma are also in Hinduism, which I'm sure you know. But dharma means, there's no single English translation for it. So it means law or duty, order. So it's what you do to support your community, whether it's your family, your workplace, your city, your country. That's dharma. It's a very subtle concept, and people can debate this actually, what dharma is, but that's very important in Hinduism and Buddhism, following your dharma. Dependent arising. Everything has a cause. Everything in the world has a cause. Nothing just happens without a cause. And thus, life is incredibly interconnected. So there's a story that illustrates this, where there's a farmer, and he has a horse. He has a horse. So one day, the horse runs away, and his neighbors come and say, oh, you poor man, oh, how unfortunate. And the farmer says, maybe. And one day, the horse comes back. And people say, oh, that's wonderful, good luck, you have good luck, he came back. And the farmer says, maybe. And then, the next day, there is his son rides a horse, and he falls off and he breaks his leg. And the people say, oh, how unfortunate, your son, broke his leg. And the farmer says, maybe. And then, the next week, there are soldiers from the army of his land who come to collect him, to take him for the army. It's a draft. But they see his state, and he can't go. So the people say, how lucky your son didn't have to go to the army. Maybe. So everything is interconnected and comes and goes. Next is hugely important, An Atman, which means no self. This is in comparison to Hinduism, which is Atman. So take off the An. And Hinduism believes in Atman. Atman is the soul in Hinduism. But Buddhists don't believe in a soul or a self. Having said that, there's an amazing amount of variety in Buddhism, I must say, many schools of thought, but that's basically, they don't believe in that. So if you're striving towards nirvana, nirvana means to blow out. That's all it means, to blow out your ego. The way your mind thinks is to blow that out. So if your goal in life is to reach nirvana, but if there's no self, then what in you is trying to get enlightened, right? So that's a paradox in Buddhism. And so much like Christ, he didn't like the corruption of the temple priests, right? And Buddha's time, the Brahmin priests were quite corrupt as well. So Buddha was rejecting that as well. He was rejecting the caste system as well. Now, next slide. This is the Four Noble